All right, welcome back, everyone, to the KO Radio Show. We are very excited to have Mark the Machine Hominick on the line today. Mark, how the hell are you?
Oh, not too bad. Obviously, I had a better day, but, it's the way it goes sometimes in the sport.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. We're talking UFC 140, you against the Korean Zombie, the 7-second, knockout loss. Mark, you're usually known as a very disciplined striker, so why so aggressive this fight? Was it a team strategy? Was it a spur-of-the-moment thing?
A little bit of both. I wanted to go out there and really make a statement in this fight. I wanted to win by knockout. I really wanted to, solidify my spot. As one of the top guys, really make a statement with the fight, with the passing to Sean, that we're going to carry on without him. So, there's a lot riding on it, and, I let my emotions get the best of me coming out so aggressively and paid the price. But, it's easy to break down the fight afterwards.
Right, well, if the fight had continued on, what was more of the game plan against the Zombie? What was some of the tactics that you were going to use? Any chinks that you had seen in his fight game?
Just keeping it basic. I think that a lot of times when you're fighting guys who are rather wild, you keep within, in your technical area, and that's, that was the game plan. And me coming out with the big wild left hook, I definitely, left myself open, and I paid the price.
Right. Does this fight change the way that maybe the UFC brass or the fans view Mark Hominick? Is this, a smear on the resume? I know you didn't get a lot of time to showcase much in this fight, but how do you think this is going to be viewed?
I don't think it really hurts me. Obviously a knockout loss is a knockout loss. Thanks. So, a knockout loss is a knockout loss, and it's frustrating. It's hard to swallow, but, I'll be back strong, and the UFC, knows what I'm capable of doing, and I have to go out there and prove it in my next fight. That's all you can really do. I've always been I've been in these situations before where, coming off loss, and you have to make a big, loud statement in your next fight, so that's what I'm going to do.
I mean, you certainly proved that you're a great fighter. You had an amazing fight with champion Jose Aldo, and you're obviously very well known in Canada. How is it trying to compete for the spotlight with GSP being around?
Well, he's definitely opened up a lot of doors for Canadians, for sure, really put us on the map. So, yeah, it's nice to be, under even the umbrella of him. And now, he's definitely been a real good role model for all of us, not just in Canada, but across the board, how to conduct yourself, inside the ring and outside the cage. So, yeah, you can kind of look, he's had a knockout loss too and came back strong, so I guess they can learn from that.
And obviously the UFC is going to be the one, and Joe Silver and Dana White are going to be picking your next fight. But if you had the choice, who do you think would be a good fit for you?
I'm confident with anybody in this division. So whoever they feel is right, I'll step up. I've never backed down from any fight, and I want to jump right back in the mix. That's why I fought their Korean Zombie. He came off a big win. He had a rather popular name in the sport, and I wouldn't hesitate from stepping up for anyone they give me. So I took the champ to the limit, and I want to get back to that point and take him to the limit and take him out. So starts with the next fight, so that's what I'm focused on.
Do you think there would be a possible rematch for this fight, seeing it just lasted so short?
I don't think so, just because UFC doesn't like really doing rematches unless it's such a forced situation, like with the Frankie Edgar and the Gray Maynard. So I got to earn my spot to get another shot at him. He beat me. That's kind of the start and finish of it. So I got to kind of win my spot back to redeem myself, and that's what I'm focused on doing now.
Okay, let's talk about another big fight, one of the biggest fights that happened on Saturday, which was Jon Jones. He obviously showcased he's one of the best fighters in the world on how he dispatched Lyoto Machida. Who do you think is going to be the next person or the person to dethrone the champion?
You know what? There's still definitely some tough fights out for Jon Jones, but you know, the way he's shown, and you look at the track record of the guys he's beaten and how he's taken them out. I mean, you gotta applaud him for that. But yeah, like, there's still dangerous fights. Like, it's not by any means cleaned out he hasn't cleaned out the division. But yeah, he's the man right now. But I think Rashad's an interesting fight. Dan Henderson presents some problems as well. So, but right now, you know, Jones is the man.
Right. Who do you think, if it is Dan Henderson, I think it likely will be, what do you think Dan Henderson's only chance is going to be there?
I think, you know, landing the big shot and putting pressure on him. You know, we haven't seen John Jones on his back as well. So, you know, that's another question. You know, we'll see how he react there, because Dan's one of those guys, like, he puts so much forward pressure, and, you know, if he doesn't hit with the right hand, he can lock you up and put you on your back as well. So, you know, it's an interesting fight, but right now, John answers some questions, like, he can take a punch, and he's got the will to fight, so, you know, people have to take it from him.
All right, Mark. That's really all the time that we have for today. Thank you very much for taking the time out to being on the KO Radio Show.
No problem. I appreciate the support.
All right. Good luck on your next fight, bud. Thank you.